What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. So currently situating out meal one right now. Already got up, you know the morning routine by now. Take Duke out potty, let him do his business, you know, and then did my 20 minutes of fasted cardio. Went ahead and did the bike this morning, stationary bike here at the house that I have. So pedal to the metal there. And what I really like to do is kind of switch up the tool, basically, you could say, the tool that I use for cardio, the machine that I picked for fasted cardio. That was something my coach kind of discussed with me, is like not getting particularly used to just one specific cardio machine, like not just doing, you know, bike every single day or whatever it may be. But just switching it up so the body can't like fully adapt to that type of cardio or anything like that, whatever it may be. He probably explained it a lot better than that, but I'm just kind of like spitballing right now. But got the cardio done anyways. Now we are on to, like I said, situating out meal one, which is probably one of my favorite meals for sure throughout my meal plan. Which, if y'all been following me, you probably already know, but some stuff has been from my previous high of food that I had. Some stuff was just a tad lower. So he did adjust carbs just a little bit. Not too bad, not too much, but again, like Chris is very good at pushing and pulling, knowing when to do each, you know, when to give me a break, when to push me harder, all that kind of good stuff. Because again, you can't just constantly push. It's not going to go well. You're always going to hit like a stalling point, a block, digestion wise, food wise, you know, bloating wise, stamina, energy wise, whatever during the off season, you know. So we try to avoid that. He listens to the feedback really well, and you know, we adjust. So food was just a tad lowered, nothing crazy. Again, still eating a very good amount. But with that little bit of lowering, you know, like sometimes I start feeling a little bit more energy. Not that I was like sluggish by any means, or because this is probably the best I've total felt throughout an off season, even eating the most I ever have and the heaviest I've ever been for a long time with Chris. So it's like, it's been great. But that little like slight food drop, sometimes I'll start feeling just a little bit better, a little bit more, you know, pep in my step, I guess you could say. Throughout the day, and a little bit more energy at the gym, a little bit more stamina, stuff like that. So that is kind of what's been going on food wise there. And now just whipping up the cream of wheat. And I've gotten a few questions. Hey Jay, why do you do cream of wheat instead of like most people do cream of rice or oatmeal in the morning? Personally, I have the option to do cream of wheat. Again, Chris is very cool with like, hey bro, if it works for you, digest well, you're game, you're good. So cream of wheat digests really well for me, works great, get a good volume of it. But mainly I used cream of wheat with one of my coaches back in the day when I first started, and I like just fell in love with it. It's very bland, it's plain, but you know, add a little pack of stevia, you got the blueberries mixed in there, you got the almond butter whipped up. It's very, very good to me. Also, cream of wheat, obviously it's a wheat-based source. It's not going to be as rapid, fast digesting and acting like a, you know, cream of rice, like a rice-based source carbohydrate. So you get that little bit kind of like slowed down, kind of like you would like a, not to the degree of an oatmeal, as far as like, you know, keeping that base level energy real slow and digesting a little bit slower. But you do, in my opinion, you kind of get that effect. I just feel really good with it. I don't get super bloated, nothing like that. Yeah, kind of digest the same way cream of rice would for me. Obviously cream of rice is like a lot faster, but in my opinion, with what I notice, it's kind of similar. So we run it. But let me go ahead. Got the egg whites cooking. turn into like a damn Susie Homemaker type little video. Me whipping up food. Like I'm Guy Fieri over here. Shout out to GOAT. Oh, also, by the way, Super Bowl Sunday was yesterday. Enjoyed that. Me and Maddie went over to some friends of hers, and we enjoyed the Super Bowl. We watched it together. In my opinion, I am a big football guy. I would say I'm a little bit more of a college football guy, personally. I do love the NFL, though. Just football in general, you know, big football head. But either way, I would say for me personally, quite the underwhelming Super Bowl. Seahawks low-key kind of whooped up on that ass. But anyway, that was kind of to be expected, you know. Go back on the season, and, you know, the Patriots did have kind of that, like, real vanilla, pancakey, easy way to get to the Super Bowl through their road. But anyways, that Seahawks defense is really legit. They are some beasts. They're some monsters. So that defense is for sure the real deal. So with that, and then just the kind of team the Seahawks have, the dog, Sam Darnold, behind the wheel on the offense. It was, in my opinion, to be expected. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a blowout or that ugly of a game, but for the Patriots, was kind of rooting for my boy Drake May. I like that guy a lot. I think he's married, his wife. He dated her since she was like in middle school or something like that, or freshman year of high school, which relates me to my girl. So rooting for the guy. He's a good dude. Seems cool. Very young, 23 years old, so he's a young buck. Would be really cool to see him win a Super Bowl at that age. But I mean, all the Tom Brady, this is new Tom Brady and stuff like that. Like, give the guy some time, you know. But either way, very underwhelming Super Bowl. Leave your comments below about how you thought the game went, if you want to, if you're a big football guy. Have a little discussion in the comments. That was my Super Bowl Sunday. That's how it went. Just ranting on now. Also, to my people that got a Keurig out there, I need to get like a regular coffee maker because I like that style of coffee better from the grounds. But this is what we got now. We'll get a new one pretty here soon because I'm not getting tired of it. I just always go back to that taste. It's like so much better. But we just got the Dunkin' Donuts original blend medium roast. So any of my K-Cup people out there, that is a very good one if you like that medium blend. There's some dark roast that I truly do like, but most of the time, medium roast hits really good for me. I like as far as flavor and stuff like that. Still running on my sugar cookie, sugar-free syrup. Need to swap that out soon, so we'll make another trip to go see what we got. And I'm gonna get this coffee brewing. Eggs are toasting up. Like I always do the egg whites. Egg whites first, and then I do my eggs like over easy, sunny side up sometimes, whatever. Add a little stevia to the cream of wheat. We'll mix everything up. Let me get the, almost forgot too. Probably one of the better parts of this meal is the fresh baked sourdough bread. Fresh baked as in fresh baked from the Walmart bakers themselves. So let me get that bread. Do 60 grams of that, which is like roughly 30, 32 grams of carbs, somewhere between there. Just depends on brands, but most of the time, whatever, like if it's 60 grams of bread or sourdough, usually for the most part, it's cut in half for like the amount of carbs that you get from it. So 60 would be 30, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So got that all set. Let me get it all presentable for you. Show you the full meal breakdown real quick for this meal one. I'll show y'all meal two as well. Probably do a little bit of a unboxing from a Hosstile package that I just got for y'all to show y'all that. See all the goodies we got there sent out to us, and then it is a chest day today, so we'll show you that as well, and we'll get to it. All right, so here is meal one, finished product, ready to go. So we got good old bowl, 80 grams cream of wheat, dry weight. We have 100 grams of blueberries, 10 grams of almond butter, and a little bit of cinnamon powder, a little packet of stevia in there, slight little bit of maple syrup, sugar-free maple syrup on there. And then we got the spread right here. Hopefully you can see that. So we got 60 grams sourdough, one with some strawberry jelly on it, one with an egg on it. Got the other egg here, so 2 whole eggs, 350 grams liquid egg whites into a big old omelet like that. A little bit of sugar-free ketchup. And we have the finishing product right there to finish it off, top it all off. Gotta have my coffee in the morning. Some black coffee in the Vader mug, of course. So that's meal one spread out. We'll show you meal two, which will be the pre-workout meal. I always usually train after 2 meals. And then I'll show you the Hosstile unboxing. We'll get to the gym for chest. All right, guys, pre-workout meal number 2 going down. Then we head off to go kill some chest. So we got 300 grams jasmine rice. We have 20 grams of dates in there, 165 grams of chicken, 5 grams of oil, 1/4 teaspoon pink salt, and I'm gonna put a little bit of honey mustard, not honey mustard, I mean a little bit of yellow mustard, and then a little bit of Melinda's habanero honey mustard for like that little spicy kick. But that's the pre-workout fuel to go slam some chest after. Fuel us up perfect. Get the date pump going, and then I'll show you that Hosstile package that I got, and then we'll go hit some chest at Fieldhouse. What's going on, everybody? Just want to hop on here real quick and show y'all what I got from Hosstile Supplements for my athlete order for the month. So here's everything we got going. First up, always need that ISO H1. So we got a couple different flavors. First one, we got the holiday limited edition gingerbread. This one is pretty much my favorite right now. And then we also got good old faithful or reliable, my other favorite, blueberry donut. And then we got the brand new Silo 9 flavors that just dropped, the peach rings. And then we also got the sour watermelon. And then, of course, gotta have that Bloodshot non-stim pump, of course. This is the sour peach flavor. And then to top it all off, we got the liquid glycerol 10,000 green apple kiwi. So if you want to get some of this and get the best supplements in the game to fuel your workouts and fuel your gains, use my code J10 to check out to save you 10% off. All right, so before we do any first exercise, anything like that, went ahead and got on the cable, and I do some like rotator cuff, shoulder warm-ups. So basically I just grab a D handle, do some of these, and then come down here, do some of these, just like rotation stuff. Get my shoulder joint feeling okay, everything feeling good and loose, because again, I do have like some shoulder issues on my left side, some shoulder pain. So we get that loosened up, about like 15-20 reps each arm for both of those. And then before we do any pressing, because I like to just firstly press right off the get-go and then fly last to really just stretch and open things up. So before we do any of that, I like to do a pec deck, cable fly, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, just to get some blood in the chest. No working sets at all. Just 2 to 3 sets, 15-20 reps, nice and slow and controlled. Really getting some blood, getting the mind-muscle connection already set up for the chest. And that'll not only keep us safer, which is a big deal, but help us already establish a little bit of blood flow and warmness around the chest to feel better for our pressing. So just gonna do one little set here. Already did 1 set prior. So this will be like my second set of basically like 15-ish. Nothing super heavy. Just making sure everything feels okay. All right, so first movement up is gonna be the money maker for me. This is a low incline Smith machine press. So again, I kind of explained this before, lower incline just because the higher I get, also had to talk with my coach too, just like mechanically and what I have. Like I have really overdeveloped front delts. So steeper incline I get, more front delt I get. And this low incline still really targets my upper chest, especially if I, tuck a little bit and really push through more like on this rather than flaring out. I can get a lot more chest. I get the upper chest right across the top that I really need to develop. And then I also get just a lot of just regular, across the whole pec. So it's a double whammy, good movement. I like it much better on a low incline, just a lot more chest for me rather than front delt or any shoulder. So we're gonna run this for 2 top sets. Chest volume still isn't that high. So 3 movements today, 2 top sets on everything, or top and the back off, just depends how it goes. But like I say all the time, like a broken record, slow, controlled, perfect reps, making sure that the chest is screaming, pausing for a second, making everything hurt real bad. So everything, we're going for the chest, we're not just going for ego. I want that big upper shelf on stage, just 3D pop out. I'm not just trying to throw numbers around and brag to everybody. So 2.5 plates here on each side, and we'll see how it goes. Try to shoot for 8 to 10 on this first one. We get about 8 to 10, we'll back off a little bit, try to go for 10 to 15. So hopefully y'all can see it, but we already got it. Shelf is already fully pumped up. Striations going through it, so on to a good start. Now we're gonna go into our flat press for the day, and then move on to another fly, and that'll pretty much cap it off for chest. So let's keep it going, let's keep this pump moving. All right guys, so on to exercise 2 for the chest. We already hit like the upper, like I said. So we're moving on to a flat machine converging press. Usually if I could, I would like to go back and forth between, this would be like a straight flat press, and then I would have like straight up and down horizontal press for the chest. Did that on my last chest day, and we don't have a like up and down horizontal press that converges really hard like this flat press. So this is always just my go-to flat press. Again, if something works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running it until you basically can't, or you got to switch something, or you get tired of it. But I haven't got tired of it. The connection's perfect. Hits my chest exactly where I need to for those, just the meat of it, the costal fibers, just all across the chest. So now we're going from top to middle.
basically total chest. So two sets here, top set, or top set back off. We'll see how we go. 4 plates here. My chest is already smoked from that incline, so let's see what we can do here. Hopefully 10 to 12. If we get that, I'll probably just keep the weight again and run it again for like 2 heavier sets. Let's 1 top set done. Backed off just a little bit because I want to get a little bit better, like a pause in the deep stretch, a little bit more control on the second set, and then we'll move on to some type of fly, and then go into the arm portion. All right, so everything for chest is done. Now we're starting the arm portion of everything. So right now, Chris Tuttle, my coach, just has 2 working sets for 2 movements each for triceps today. 1 movement for biceps, 3 working sets, everything to failure. We're like right at it. So first movement's just gonna be like a regular push down. Usually I'll use, I'll do that crossbody single, which is like my moneymaker, but just felt like doing something like a regular push down today. Usually I'll do like that easy bar grip that's kind of in here. But I switched it up. I tried using like the lat pull down bar, and I'm able to go a little bit wider. And I think for me, just the way I'm set up, I can like tuck my lats and let my triceps my arms just sit on my lats, and I'm just able to push down. And I really don't have a lot of joint pain there in the elbow, which I've been having a lot recently with other push downs and things like that, especially like a rope pulling it apart, like right at that elbow joint. So this really helped get a really good squeeze, super good stretch, feels real comfortable. So might be something I'll keep in, but we'll do 2 working sets here, and we'll move on to the bicep movement. Might superset both just to save time and just get it done and get a crazy pump for the arms. But we'll see. So bicep or tricep after this, but let's get to it on this push down. right, so finishing off the workout today, just decided to do a superset of both of these. We're doing a easy bar curl, just regular, not on the cable or anything, just straight up free weight easy bar curl. Superset with a rope overhead extension. So we're running that for 3 sets for the biceps, only 2 for triceps. So basically just do an extra 1 for the curls. But yeah, that'll be it. Finish off this crazy pump that we got going, and then pose a little bit, see how it's looking. All right, so hell of a chest and arm session today. Really enjoyed it. Crazy pump. It was pretty strong. Very solid. Very, very solid session. Now we're making the refuel meal right here. Replenish the glycogen, rebuild and start growing right here post-workout. So 160 grams dry weight cream of rice. I'll show y'all what I do here. So I am a meathead of the meatheads. I weigh my protein as well. But gotta be precise, even in off season. So this is the ISO H1 gingerbread flavor. Making me a little Christmas bowl. Christmas never ends around here. So we got a little Christmas cream of rice bowl. So 31.5 gram serving. So we're gonna do, we'll call it 32. So about 68 grams. Got it. So About 68 grams of ISO H1. We pour that on top of the cream of rice. So that's 50 grams protein worth from ISO H1 mixed up in here. Now we're gonna go ahead and whip her up, whip her around real good. Requires a lot of skill, guys, to do this. I'm completely joking. Just whip that thing up. Kind of messed up my cream of rice consistency. I got a little too dry, but once you mix especially ISO H1, it mixes very well. So even if you like mess up your cream of rice consistency and it's all thick when you take it out, and then you mix protein and you don't think it's gonna, absorb, it absorbs extremely well. I'll show you right now. Like, it's already absorbing. No, I don't even think I'm gonna have to microwave it. Sometimes it gets a little too watered down depending on your whey isolate. Most whey isolates will, if they're really as good as Hosstile, you know what I mean? Very pure forms, clean forms. They will tend to water down the cream of rice when you mix it, or your oatmeal, whatever it is, compared to like proteins that are mixed and all that kind of stuff, casein, whatever the hell, all the other types of proteins, the blends. So now we got her. Smells literally like a gingerbread cookie. It's crazy. So, see that right there? Perfect consistency. Might microwave it for a second, but overall, I think it's solid. I like my cream of rice a little bit, not clumpy, but like real thick, like real cakey. So I might microwave it, depending on the texture, another like 20 to 30 seconds ish. That should give it enough time to like crisp up around the edges. Then you mix it all in, and it kind of thickens up the entire thing. So we shall see in about 8 seconds. Should be good. You don't want to overdo it. When it's way too cakey, it's not good. So, perfect. Now we got her going. Chef Jay over here whipping some post-workout deliciousness up. Now we got it. So crisp up around the edges. Got that down. Now we will add the added fats of this meal from almond butter. The one I use is the, hopefully you can see that, cinnamon almond butter from H-E-B. H-E-B the GOAT, of course. #1 grocery store in the world, I think, or America, whatever the hell. So we get a decent bit of almond butter here for this meal. Let's see. Perfect. 20 grams. A good heaping scoop of almond butter. Now we mix her up in there with everything. So now, at this point, we have a cinnamon gingerbread cookie almond butter cream of rice, which to me, I don't know about y'all, but to me that sounds delicioso. That sounds perfect. So now we'll add my pink salt. Always gotta add that, especially post-workout. I'm real chubby right now, so I'm sweating a lot in the gym. So we gotta replenish that sodium, the electrolytes, all that kind of balance. Got some organic cinnamon, the Saigon cinnamon. So if you can't tell, gingerbread cookie kind of has a cinnamon flavor already, but that is not enough for me. I'm a enormous cinnamon fiend. I love the flavor of cinnamon. Now to finish it, grab our fruit. Go back and forth on fruit sources for this meal, but most of the time
I like frozen blueberries. It's my favorite thing in the world. So we got 100 grams of blueberries. I always go a little bit over because you will see right now. Take it about 3 right there, perfect. Take out 3, make it perfect 100. And now we got oh, got a little messy. The guy over there collecting his blueberry tax for me. So that'll be the post-workout meal right there. I'll show you the finished product after I give her a good mix. And this is like so easy to get down, guys. I know it sounds like a ton, and it is a ton. 160 grams of cream of rice, and this ginormous bowl is almost filled up. It is very easy. Probably one of the easiest sources of carbs for me to get down, especially post-workout. You want something pretty quick to get down. Sometimes like you might feel a little bit queasy or like not too hungry post-workout. Some people, I know I do, especially like post legs, it's hard. But this is always so easy to get down. Takes nothing. And voila. Let's see. Would you look at that? Big as my head, almost. Beautiful. Look at the consistency. Perfect. So that'll do it. That's my post-workout meal. I'm gonna eat this before I start going hypo. Just kidding, but that'll do it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Kind of my little morning routine, couple of my meals, my post-workout meal and the training. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment, all that good YouTube stuff for me. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And let me know what you want to see for the next one. I know it's a little bit repetitive. I do kind of the same thing every day. So workouts are pretty similar. Not a ton of stuff changes. I might change here and there, but for the most part, it stays pretty much the same. So it is a bit redundant, but that's the off season. You know, when you want to make changes, you want to grow, it has to be consistent. So consistent with the training, consistent with the eating, meals, all that good stuff. So that'll do it. We'll see you on the next one.